What's up, guys? Welcome back. So I just got word that there's a cruise in at the local hot dog stand. Yeah, I had to Google that because we're in 2024 and I don't know if that was code for something. By the way, y'all on the internet are gross. Anyways, there's a cruise in. I'm going to go pull my offspring off his mobile entertainment device, sweaty try-hard hacker, and get him off Call of Duty, get him in the car, and we're going to head down to the cruise in. Join me, won't you? Well, we are back from the cruise in. Had a great time. A lot of cars there, a lot of people. Good time overall. It was nice to have something so close to the house. This one was only about 15, 20 minutes away. Normally they're like 2 or 3 hours away because of where I live, so that was nice. Driving back, felt like I was driving a Honda Civic. I know it's not a Honda Civic, but what I'm trying to say is the engine was running like crap. Felt like I was down 2 cylinders. Nothing looked blatantly obvious or out of place. Checked all the connections, looked at all the codes, checked all over the data from Holly, and everything looked like it was getting what it needed to get. It just the output at the tires was not what it needed to be. Sprayed the cylinders down with some water, and I had one cylinder, number 7, that just was not going. So I had fuel, but it wasn't doing fuel things apparently, according to my butt dyno. So I decided to tear in the fuel system, and I took off the fuel rails because the motor I swapped in here was in the back of another truck that I did a flip on, and it looked like it was a boat anchor. And when I pulled the rails apart, they're pretty dirty, and there's crap stuck inside the injectors. Looked like old rust flakes and things jammed inside the little injector filters. So I tossed those in the trash, got some new injectors, cleaned everything out real well with the parts washer, just let it run through there and sprayed out and everything. But what I found was, I don't know if you can hear this. Probably can't because it's not making noise. That's a good fuel rail. That's the not good fuel rail. And just so happens that number 7 is right where it's doing that. So I pulled the 7 injector off, and you know, not sure if you can see that, but that kind of junk should not be in your fuel rail. Yep, that's a lot of gunk in there. If you guys are anything like me, you're probably wondering why things happen more so than how it happened, I guess. I guess one kind of tells the other. What I'm getting at is when I have failures like this fuel rail and rattling in one and on the other, I have to know why. Why does it do that? I've never seen, and I haven't been able to find a picture of inside of a fuel rail online. And I wanted to know what it looked like, and what was going on in here. You see, there's a little pressed in, I don't know, cap on the end that holds this rail together. And obviously, mine was leaking. So I cut the end off, and I was trying to find what was making that noise. And see if I can sit you up here. Bam! Magnets. So what we have is our fuel rail, and I cut the end off, and there's just this, I guess this is a stainless piece that sits down in here. And there goes that piece. I guess this would just keep from the fuel pumping in on one side, and then the holes for the injectors kind of on the other side. So it just isolates the vibrations and things in there. It keeps the fuel from sloshing around. I don't know if you guys can pick that up, but I've cleaned this. I mean, it literally sat with the pressure wash or the parts cleaner running overnight, and with my solution just running through from one end to the other. I've gotten different cleaners in there and everything, but I'm still getting chunks off of this on my fingers, and I mean, it's just been cleaned out. So it's a good thing I did switch fuel rails, because that would have just reacclimated into the injectors again, and I would have had this problem again in a few months. So, you know, as Biggie Smalls or whoever said, if you don't know, now you know. You know, so you know. Now we figured out what the problem is. Now we have to fix it. Didn't really want to just swap new fuel rails. Always been trying to find one of these NNB, TBSS, one of these newer intakes like this. Turns out some guys down the street over at ET Performance had just what I needed. So we went and picked that up, and we're going to get this thing washed up, put back in, and see if that fixes the problem. Well, that was simple. Use some Simple Green in the water hose and brushes and things, and clean this little guy up, all the inside and outside. Wiped it down, checked the fuel rails, because I want to do that again. They came out pretty clean. Swapped the injectors over. Pretty straightforward swap, so to speak. Just a little taller of an intake. Now we'll start putting all the odds and ends on here and get all the wiring and stuff tucked down in there. And then we'll worry about the throttle cable bracket, because I think that's different. And the map sensor is now up here, so I think I have an extension somewhere in a box. If not, I'll just extend the wires out, and then we can see how it runs. There you have it, guys. It took me an hour and a half, 2 hours, but that's because I did a lot of cleaning and things. But swap this intake out with the other intake. Most of my pieces fit. The map sensor wire from the Terminator happened to reach up there. Was able to make my throttle cable bracket work, although it's like $9 for the right one on Amazon, so I ordered that. That'll get me around the block a few times until I get the other one installed. And I need to get a little nipple cap for the top of this plug here. For now, I just got a hose and a bolt in the end of it. But yeah, everything just kind of fell right into place. Pretty happy with it. I want to do this for a while. Looks a little better. Really easy to do if you can find one. It's just hard to find one now because everybody wants one, and they're $400 on Marketplace. So keep your eyes open. There's always good stuff you can do. And if you ever have a problem where your car runs like shit, don't forget to check your fuel rails. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And see you on the next one.